So tomorrow I'm leaving my marina for Ganges, which is on Saltspring Island, and I'm just going to show you quickly the route that I'll be taking tomorrow. So I'm starting out here in Shelter Island, and I follow down the Fraser to Sandheads, which is the mouth of the Fraser. I'll go across the Georgia Strait down to Active Pass, where I will go through Active Pass, and then from there it is not far into Ganges Harbor and the town of Ganges. I'll just show a better chart here. So that is my destination tomorrow. And I have wind out of the east, which means it'll be behind me. So it should be a nice sail tomorrow. And specifically, I go to this marina right here. That's where the Vancouver Rowing Club has an outstation. And I will hopefully get there in about 6 hours or so. So I usually start preparing the boat for a trip a day or two ahead of time. And I noticed I was a little bit low on fuel, so this one jerry can will actually top it up. When filling at the dock, I always use an Absorball type pad on the deck, and if you had noticed when I was filling, I always place my finger right over the nozzle at the tip. That way nothing actually drips out anyways. And the next thing I check, of course, is the engine. I look at the oil level first. I'll check the belts and make sure everything looks secure. I have a Yanmar 3GM diesel, and the oil level looks good. I just had an oil change in July. And then I will run the engine. Once I've started the engine, I go back down below and I just take a look at it, check the belts that they're not too loose again. I look underneath with the flashlight usually and check for anything leaking, could be oil or water. And I'll actually let this engine run now for about an hour, just to give it a good warm up. And of course, once I've got the stairs back on, I jump outside and I check to make sure there's good water flow out of the wet exhaust there. And while the engine's running, I'm going to jump up on the deck, and there's a few little things to put away that I don't want to have to do while I'm underway. Much easier to get things sorted out and organized while I'm still tied up at the dock and even before I'm leaving. So doing this the day before is ensuring that I'm not going to forget something, because I know tomorrow when I leave it'll be a rush and I'm going to forget to do something, and then I'm going to have to do it while I'm underway. Because I'm sailing solo, I run jack lines along each side of the boat, and I have a harness with a lanyard that I will clip in to this blue strapping if I have to go forward on the deck for anything while I'm underway. And because this is an important item, I'm going to just take a minute here and talk about it. So now my jack lines are set up. They run down each side of the boat. just to the aft of the cockpit entrance there. And the same on this side. And I run the jack lines inside the sheets because if I'm imagining my sail is out, I want to walk up on the inside of that. So inside the shrouds, more to the center of the boat is safer. And I just clip my lanyard from my harness onto these lines, and I will be attached to the boat. The braking strength of these lines I bought are over 4,000 pounds. And one of the things about these jack lines is that they're flat. So when they're on the deck, they lay flat and you won't step on them and roll your foot. They just lay flat, typically. And if they do have a little twist, it'll just flatten out easy enough if you step on it. And taking the sail cover off now is easier than once I'm underway. I'll leave all my sail ties on tonight, and once I get going, I'll usually take most of them off. I'll have at least 2 on. That way when it's time to hoist the main, it's just a quicker process when I'm by myself. But for tonight, it's going to be windy. I'm at the dock for a while still, so I will leave them all on tonight so it doesn't come apart. And the other thing I did was put my halyards away. So I have a halyard for my spinnaker, which was up tied to the bow, and I also have my topping lift, which is, so the spinnaker line is the spinnaker halyard is the blue one, and the green one there is the topping lift for the spinnaker pole down here. But I won't be flying the spinnaker, especially by myself, and it's too windy. So this pole will just stay in its mount there on the deck. And I'm pretty much ready to go. Just have to wait till tomorrow, and I'll untie in the morning and head to Ganges. So I just wanted to quickly show how having a full enclosure in November in Canada can really extend your cruising season. Right now I just looked at my phone, it's 10 degrees out, sunny, but it feels like 8 with the wind chill. So I'll just show you that. That is the current conditions regarding temperature here. And then I have my little thermostat here that's reading the temperature in the cockpit right now, and it is actually 22.9 degrees. This is all in Celsius. So it's actually a bit hot in here right now, and outside I've just been out prepping the boat, and it is actually pretty cool with that breeze coming out of the east. So it just shows you, like, tomorrow I'll have all this up most likely, and I can sail under full sail with the full enclosure up, and I'll probably not even have my winter coat on. I'll just have this light sweater on, and I don't even know if I'll have my toque on. It's probably just a hat or nothing on my head. So no gloves, definitely. It's way too hot in here. And just wanted to show really quickly how an enclosure can really make your cruising season in the winter quite comfortable.